YouTube muted here.
Loudmouth Tim back by popular demand. I got to tell you, this is one of the most popular guys on the interweb. So how are you going? Now, we're coming to you live from that very, very cool room in your house, which you put the hole in the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and you haven't fixed it yet.
You put it up as loudmouthtime.com. I'll figure it out.
Oh, sure. I see. I'll fix it up. I'll fix it up.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Nice to see you again. It's been about 4 months since the last time we were all together here on the ArchieLuxury show. We've got 18 people watching right now. Oh, we got to get that up a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
20. Come on, people, log in.
So what's going on in your world? Tell me what's happening in your world.
Well, what's happening in my world? I've been doing okay here the last year for computer work, for IT support work. It's been a very nice money-making year, but the last contract job I was on ended about a month ago.
Oh, shit.
I helped to build a nice data center project for a local hospital chain, but eventually the job was done, and being the contractor, I get the boot.
How did they tell you you got the boot? What did they say to you?
Well, they were actually nice about it. They told me a week and a half before the job ended that this is your last day coming up. So I say, okay, well, thank you for letting me know here, and I'll start doing my job searching now. Let me see here. I quoted from what you had put in a episode a while back here. I got the Rizzle, the ass, the wide berth, the long vacation, the summer that never ends, a Sunday that goes forever.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one. So tell me this. How has it been since you were finished up there?
What was that again? How long has it been?
How has it been? What have you been doing? How is your wife? You're happily married, by the way, for those of you who don't know.
She's doing fine. She has a regular, steady, normal, hired job.
What does she do for a job? What sort of job?
Yeah, she has a regular job for a hospital around here. And as soon as I found out my last day was coming up soon and the nice flow of paychecks was ending, I got on my computer, I updated the resume, and a big blast out to all the local employment agencies.
And what happened? Anything good come of it?
Him passive-aggressive way. The way they treat me is just a contractor. I typed up a 2-paragraph form letter for them. I didn't personalize it for any one email, any one agency. And I ended up saying, okay, this is going out to all the local agencies in Pittsburgh. First one to get me a job gets that commission money for having me in their employment agency.
So how long ago was this?
Play them all. This was the end of April. April 27th was my last day at the data center job. And I've had a couple of short-term assignments.
What have you been doing in the meantime? I can see you obviously haven't been doing house repairs.
Yeah, the hole is still up there. We'll talk about that too. I get on the phone with all the local agencies. They may give me a job for a week here, for 2 weeks there, for a longer-term job somewhere else. I've applied to quite a few jobs. I had a network administrator interview at a local bank, and I never heard back. I made a mistake, though, in this interview, Archie.
Yes,
the night before,
you told them the truth?
Well, no, I didn't tell them the truth. That's not going to help me. I researched 50 network administrator job interview questions, but I forgot to research the bank. So I go into the interview. Their first question they hit me with, so what do you know about this bank? Well, it's a bank, and yeah, you have dollars.
You've been banking here for years. Your dad came here, and it was a great source, and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. You have a lot of dollars, and I'm hoping to get as many as I can out of here. Legally possible.
Yeah, so tell me this. That didn't go over well. What else? What else? What else? What else?
Well, that's been the big thing here. I've been doing some house repairs, except not in my room here. We have the escape route for your carpet beetles. Yes. They can still get out there. I haven't fixed that yet.
Fuck, they're bastards. Have you seen carpet beetles? Why are they so nasty?
I haven't seen them around here. I haven't heard of them, but that was the thing before. And I actually have a question for your audience right now. Audience, I need your help with something. On Archie's refrigerator ads, there was an ad for the F-169 BBS free speech forum.
Yes,
I used to go there a lot. And in the beginning of May, it closed. The F-169
Yes.
is down. The 587 board is down. I need a free speech forum. So if you guys know of any other free speech forums where I can go and let it all hang out with, politics and sex and racism and all that kind of stuff, and make my opinion known, I need to know. Type it in the comments here. I need a new free speech forum to go to.
Yes, you're right there. You're very, very true. So tell me this. I got to tell you there, Tim. How is the your website going? Loudmouth Tim Show. Is it bringing in any revenue?
Well, it's not a real revenue generating thing there. I don't have a lot of episodes on YouTube. The website itself, loudmouthtim.com, is where people go to see the episodes. I just filmed 3 new episodes, 3 last week, and the current one, number 184, is about millennials. And for those of you who haven't seen it, go onto YouTube and just type in millennial job interview, and you'll see some of the things I'm talking about in the episode.
So tell me, does your wife said anything nasty about you not working for the last 8 weeks?
Well, I always have some kind of work I'm doing. I do computer repair on the side for myself. I get contract assignments. I go to a couple of 1099 contractor websites like Field Nation and Work Market, and every week I'm making money in some way. It's not a full-time paycheck, but it's better than nothing.
Would you ever work for Dell?
Well, if they had a good job, yeah. I don't have any problem with Dell.
Okay.
Had you worked for Dell before?
Yeah, they're cunts. Absolute fucking cunts. They're cunts.
Any job these days, there's no employment security. I mean, whether I'm a contractor or a full hired employee, you'll get kicked out of there either way. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I got to tell you the truth there. It's fucking nasty stuff there. I think you're probably better off to. Can you get your own business doing computer repairs? I used to like Eli, the computer guy. Have you seen him?
I've seen him a couple times. I've watched Linus Tech Tips. I've been there quite a bit. They have a lot of good tech information there. UFD Tech for Bitcoin mining.
You were going into the cryptocurrencies. How's that going out for you?
It's been going okay here. The price has been pretty steady but low lately. Profitability is down, so I just recently shut down my computers a couple days ago because it's costing me as much in power as what I'm making per day at NiceHash. So I said, this is not worth me doing here.
You closed it down. No more mining?
Well, if the price goes back up, then maybe I will. But right now, all the computers are shut down for it.
Shit, that's nasty. That's nasty, Tim.
Yeah, it is. And now here is a pointless diversion from the show. An average ordinary person will light a match, like this, but with Loudmouth Tim. No, we don't go the passive way. We go right into that. Like that. Well, that has nothing to do with anything, but now you know.
Loudmouth Tim, how is the marriage going? Can I ask you that? How is the wife going? How is things going with her?
Everything's going fine with her. Between my wife and our bird, we have an Australian bird. We have a cockatiel here.
Have you decided to have children yet?
She wants to.
He wants to.
But so far no kids yet.
Okay, you're trying, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's the best part of life, actually.
Yeah, I guess so. I wonder about it though. I was in a restaurant today, Archie. Yes. Two men had 5 little kids in there. Like all of them are under 5 years old.
Yes. Bouncing
around, yelling, screaming. I'm thinking, do I want to get into this? I don't know. I figure it this way: if it happens, it happens. I'll deal with it then. If not, then more money for me.
So tell me this: what are you buying for yourself lately? You were buying a Cadillac, I heard last time.
Tesla.
You got a Tesla?
Got a Model 3.
You got one on order?
No, I have it.
What?
I got it May 8th.
How is it?
Oh, it's very nice.
How much was it? That's quite an expensive car.
Well, the base model is $35,000.
Hello? Loudmouth Tim? Loudmouth Tim? Hello, loudmouth. I don't know what. Hello, you back there? Hey.
Okay, yeah, I accidentally bumped the wireless switch on the side of my my laptop here.
Loudmouth, what the hell happened? You got a model. What color Model 3 did you get?
That's a white one.
These are quite that's the price of a BMW you could have got, or a Mercedes Benz.
Yeah, but there's very few of the Teslas around here, and to have to have one there. I've been planning. I had a reservation for 2 years. I got my
how
reservation.
Much was yours?
What's that?
How much was yours? Because there's no discounting with Tesla.
It's right around 50K, 50,000.
What options did you get?
I just got the white paint and no other options.
You don't even pay extra for white paint, do you?
Yeah, white.
What?
The white paint.
You had to pay extra for that?
Yes. The free paint is black, and any color other than black is $1,000.
And what else did you get?
Well, they make it with the long-range battery and the fancy interior, which I didn't want, but it was either get the extra options now or wait another year. So I'm right with that.
And how do you find the Tesla itself?
How do I? Oh, I like it myself. It's a very nice running car. It's very quiet. It goes very fast.
You plug it in. Has your power bills gone through the roof?
No, not very much at all. I figured out if I charged up twice a week, I would spend about $40 a month in power.
I see. You love your Tesla. What does your wife think of it?
Oh, she likes it too.
Wow, but
really nice.
It's just incredible to have a Tesla. You got a Tesla Model 3.
Yes.
You love it?
Oh yeah, I do very much.
Wow.
Commenting to the new viewers who have joined here in the last couple of minutes here. I need help. Oh, Archie, I got to tell you this. You have all your, I saw in your episode a couple days ago, you rearranged your bookshelves behind you there in the corner.
Yes.
That looks nice. That looks good and everything, but we can't see the refrigerator ads.
Oh, no, I'm shooting video with the fridge. Yep, I'm doing that again.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah. The Model 3, fuck, man, I can't believe you actually bought one. That's an expensive car.
Well,
do you go for day trips in it?
Day trip? Yeah, I actually did. I took about a 1,500-mile road trip to visit some people with it.
And what did they say? Were they amazed with it, or what did they say?
Oh, they liked it. It took about 7 people for test drives in it, and they like how it goes. It's very quiet, and it goes very fast. And
$50,000, that's you could have bought a fucking nice Mercedes Benz. Did you ever consider buying a Mercedes Benz?
No, I never thought about it. There's Mercedes and BMWs around here, and Lexus and all that, and not a whole lot of Teslas.
What made you want to get a Tesla?
Well, I like the technology of it. Let me slow down. I like the technology of it, and the car's design itself. I'm not trying to save the world by using a little bit less gasoline or anything. I just enjoy the car itself, and it's run very well for me so far. And I've had next week I'll have the car 2 months, and it's already got 4,700 miles on it.
Wow.
Awesome. Mike Reed, does your Tesla have a hole in the roof? No, it doesn't. It has the glass roof. The Model 3, it is the entry-level model. It's like the other ones, but it's made to be less expensive.
But it's a nice size, don't you think?
Oh yeah, I mean I have no problem with it at all, size-wise. It's fine for me.
So who takes it to work? You leave it, you take it to work, or your wife takes it to work?
Oh no, I take it to work. She has her own car.
What does she got?
She has a Hyundai.
That's a good car too.
Yeah. She said it as long as I've known her, and it's always run fine. All the people in the chat, I need your help with something here. The F169 BBS forum that's on Archie's refrigerator ads. The website has shut down. I need a new free speech forum to go to. Does anybody know of one anywhere? And you can email me at loudmouthtim@hotmail.com if you find one.
Here we go. First, please replace, I've been told to do this. It's www.forum.land, last bastion of free speech.
What's it called?
www.forum.land. Forum.land.
Forum land.
Forum.land. I'll just be 1 minute. I'll just be 1 minute. You keep talking. I'll just be 1 minute there.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for whoever wrote that. Forumland.com. I will look in that to see what they have there. Okay, it's temporarily the Loudmouth Tim Show at ArchieLuxury on YouTube. How's everybody doing today? I see we have 55 people watching the stream right now. They were blathering on and on about watches for over 2 hours with 110 to 170 viewers, and Loudmouth Tim is pulling 54 right now. What is that? My channel, Rich Buddy, I have a channel called Loudmouth Tim here on YouTube, but there's only a few episodes on it. Most everything is on my website, www.loudmouthtim.com. And Rich Buddy, again, my channel is just my own personal private commentary on everything. Not a whole lot of politics on it, or, you know, race, religion, none of that kind of stuff. No sports on it, you know, but I find fault with a lot of things in the world, and that's my place to rant about it. I would encourage you to go to the website, loudmouthtim.com, and look down the list of episodes. I'm not saying everyone's going to like every show. You'll probably hate most of them. But you look down the list and you read the subject lines, and yes, I'm wearing shorts here. I'll stand up and show you. I'm not like Archie. I have shorts on. See? See? As I was saying, look down the list of episodes on the Green Web Shows tab on my page. I'm sure you'll find a couple episodes you do find interesting. And yeah, take a look at them and enjoy.
I'm back again, Loudmouth Tim. I got to tell you, I love your internet program. That's one of the original. You predate YouTube. Why didn't you cash in and get any money out of it? Can I ask you that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, apparently a lot of people don't like my show, you know, or not enough to make a channel out of it. It's not like some watch forums I know of here. Yeah.
Who doesn't like your show? I love your show.
Yeah. That's not white juice. That is actual paint. Who wrote that there? IOOI. No, it's actual paint. I used these shorts while I was painting upstairs and in this room. Online video at loudmouthtim.com began April 1, 2003. And now with 184 episodes, it is, as near as I can find out, the longest running web series in the history of the internet. There may be others out there that run longer, but I haven't been able to find them. I've asked people about them, and no one has found me another one. Yes, it says WI Watch Guy. Yes, it says Loudmouth Time, and it says Loudmouth Tim. Yes, Archie, I'll fix that later on. Forum Land. I'll look at that later on here and see what's there. So how's everything going over there, Archie? Oh, Archie, hey, I got questions for you, man.
Yes.
A few weeks ago, you had said something on an episode about coming to America. Are you planning a tour?
Possibly, but probably going to be a year or two away. I've just had some financial troubles.
Okay.
Financial, personal problems, you know. Just hang on 1 minute. If you just cover me for 1 minute, I just got to take a piss. I had about 13 beers in the last episode. I just got to go to the toilet. I'll be back in a minute. Please cover me. Okay, cover me. Talk.
Yes. If you end up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Archie, you got a place to stay here while you're in town. Okay, people in the comments here. Anyone got a question for Tim about the Loudmouth Tim, online video at loudmouthtim.com? Where's Clive? I don't know. Apparently, him and Archie had a bitch fight or something again, and they're broke up again. I looked for Clive's channel there. I saw an episode or two, but that was just maybe last night. Imagine if Archie was married and these two did a wife swap. Oh boy, I don't know. Archie broke again. Okay, Tim, how many chromosomes? I have the normal number. I have too many pounds, but the normal number of chromosomes. I'm reading the comments right here. Anyone has anything to type to me, type it in the comments right now here. I'm watching the comments on my main monitor here. Who weighs? I weigh more. I weigh more than my wife by actually quite a bit. I hate to say she's She's actually lost some weight here in the past few months here. And me, I've been staying around the same. B something S, B something S. I don't have a watch. I don't have a watch. B shift $1 exclamation point. I haven't had a watch of any kind since 2005, and even when I did, it was a cheap $20 Kmart watch. Archie has more chin than me, Tim. Oh, that's fine with me. Tim, no, I don't. Rich buddy, no, I don't have a watch on. I haven't owned a watch in 13 years, and even when I did, it was a cheap little Kmart watch. My watch is in my phone, my Galaxy. If you want to be like Tim at loudmouthtim.com, loudmouthtim.com, you need a Samsung Galaxy S5 phone. See? So if you want to have a phone like me. It's basic, bro. What's that? Why are I here? Steve Camasso. Well, I'm here because I've been a longtime fan of the ArchieLuxury show. I saw a lot of his early IT videos he made a few years ago, and I just hang around. You know, I watch episodes every now and again, and it's just something to do. You know, I put the show on my second monitor while I'm doing other stuff on the main monitor or playing Halo 5 on my Xbox. You want to be like Loudmouth Tim? You play Halo 5 on your Xbox. Yes, that was. Mike Hydro Pneumatic. It's okay. I've had this phone for 3.5 years. What do I think of his hooker gigs? It's kind of a horror show. He was just over in, what was it, Japan with some 79-year-old woman? I don't know, man. There's not enough Viagra for that. So, Archie, oh, you big boy. So, I really can't even imagine it. Bass, B-A-S-I-C, whatever. Halo 4 is better. I'll tell you, I've been playing Halo since the days of Halo 2, back around 2005. And for the longest time, I really enjoyed Halo 2 the best. But now I have the anniversary edition disc of it here. And I go back and play Halo 2 once in a while, and it's kind of tough to play. It doesn't have, you know, a lot of the changes that the Halo 3, 4, and 5 have had. And you know, I play once in a while just for nostalgia, but nostalgia ain't what it used to be. So I just do what I can with it. Halo, yes, I actually did play Call of Duty, Rich Buddy. I had Modern Warfare 3. I got myself from the level 1 to the level 80 in it, and by the time I hit level 80, I was done because so many people had hacks and auto aim and everything in there, and they had to be hacking the game because you come around a corner and you just barely see someone, and bam, they're already killing you. I mean, there's no way they knew I was there, and they aimed and shot, and that fast, and I'm dead before I even know what happened.
Loudmouth Tim, it's welcome. It's great to have you on the channel. I wanted to reminisce with you. Do you remember WordStar?
WordStar? I never had that program at all. I started off on Microsoft Word, but I never had WordStar, no.
What about WordPerfect?
I never used that either, no, sorry. It was around 2001 when I had my first computer at home. I had the Commodore 64 and a Radio Shack TRS-80 back in the 80s. And I was kind of out of computers for quite a while. I would go to colleges and libraries.
Do you remember Windows? You're a Windows 95 man, aren't you?
Yeah, I started out on Windows 95 and Windows 98, 2000 ME.
What was your favorite operating system?
I like Windows 7. Oh, my computers still run Windows 7, and I have no plans to change anytime soon. I ran XP.
I'm actually running Windows 7. You know that?
Oh, yeah, that's good. 7 works. It just plain works. Little kind of stupid stuff with Windows 8 and Windows 10, I like it even less.
Yes.
Microsoft is trying to force everyone into one world operating system, one world on your phone. Your whole life is interconnected with everything. No, I want to do things my way. I can click my mouse 1 or 2 extra times to go to things, and I don't have to have my phone linked into everything and a smart TV where the government is spying on you with these smart TVs probably. And this,
of course, you know that, don't you?
You put the Alexa thing in your house to ask it, hey, Alexa, what about this? The government is laughing their heads off.
I know. You're right. You're right. 100% right.
We sell it to them and tell them it's the newest high-tech thing, and they'll buy it and they'll hook it up for us.
Tell me this. So your Windows 7, I agree with you. I'm a Windows 7 person myself. I don't trust. Windows 8 was shit. And Windows 10, I don't like the way they do and I don't like the way you got a free upgrade, but if you didn't, you know, my PC keeps crashing, so I've installed Windows 7 a few times. I had a hard disk failure. How do I get fucking Windows 10 for free now? It's only available a certain period, you know, and you think, fuck me dead. What are these stupid assholes doing?
I've had a hard time with it, Archie. I have gotten some Windows 10 boot disks from computers I worked on at companies that they were throwing out. And even with using a boot disk, I couldn't get a copy of 10 to load and run properly. And so I want no part of 10, but I have to deal with it. Way back doing my own PC work on the side, when XP was the operating system and it became Vista, I made money taking Vista off and put on XP. When 7 came out,
Vista was shit. You know, the only thing worse than Vista was Millennium. Remember Millennium version?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That was fucked. That was fucked-us. That was fucked-us.
Moving computers around to different OSs.
I want to ask you this. The big problem I've had, you know, I started my own IT business in 1988 when I was 15 years old.
Uh-huh.
And the first hard disk I sold was a 30 meg RLL ST238R.
30 meg?
30 meg.
Oh, man.
And I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran IT guy. And I got to tell you, like in this day and age, is it worth repairing PCs? Like if a PC crashes, like how much do you charge an hour? Tell me this. When you, in your IT business, what do you charge an hour?
For myself, I would charge $40 for the first hour and $30 an hour after that.
Yeah, that's what you have to earn. You have to earn that sort of money, convert it to Australian dollars, but you've got to charge at least. Otherwise, there's no point doing it, right?
Yeah. Someone asked for a close-up on the ceiling, so I'm moving my laptop.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. It's ready, by the way. I got to tell you this. Sorry about that. I was just getting a pizza. A pizza's coming. I've been paid to eat a pizza.
Okay.
And also a salad. Fuck the salad, but I like pizza. I like pizza. Okay. Fuck the salad. I wanted to ask you this. Is it worth like the biggest problem I've had a few people who asked me to do IT shit, right?
Yeah.
And I don't have the heart to tell them. It just becomes a fucking nightmare. I had a friend rang me. She's got IT problems. Oh, fuck. So he comes around. I said, look, for starters, what we need to do is this. He said his computer's playing up. It won't boot. It won't boot. Okay. It's not booting. Okay. So I said, okay, what we need to do is we need to firstly back up the data that's on your present hard disk.
Yes. I always do that.
Okay. Now, because the hard disk isn't booting, we have to plug it into another PC.
Right.
Okay. We did that. We copied the files off. Okay. Now we put the hard disk back into the computer. And what we do then is we try and load Windows. This was a Windows 7 machine, okay?
Okay.
So I do that. I load Windows 7 Professional. And halfway through the Windows 7 procedure, it fails. So something's wrong with the PC.
Oh.
I did some internal diagnostics, and it said that something could be wrong with the hard disk. So I replaced the hard disk. I had a spare hard disk, replaced it. Sure enough, it had the same fault came up.
Okay. Well, a couple things I do in any computer I'm rebuilding. I use 2 programs to test the hard drive. I use Hard Disk Sentinel, and I use HD Tuned version 255. And if those are showing the drive is failing, I'll tell them we need to get a new hard drive in the computer. If those programs show that the hard drive is good, I'll use a program called Active Kill Disk to zero wipe the drive, take everything off of it. They go into Windows Computer Management, reformat the drive with a file system, and then I'll put it back in the computer, start running the 7 boot disk. And at some point it will say Windows cannot be installed to this drive because of the partitions. You just let it wipe it out, hit new, make a new format, a new file system, and then you let it go from there, let it reformat and go.
It still failed after that. It failed after that.
After that. Oh. Without seeing it myself, I couldn't give you a good answer as to what's going on. You know,
I think it's a motherboard or something, some issue there. So I just
look for any bad capacitors on the motherboard.
How do you charge people for this help you give them? Like, it's often cheaper for them just to buy a new PC instead of being fucked with the old one.
Well, it's a fine line. You know, I have had computers come to me, maybe like a 7 or an 8-year-old laptop. And yes, I could fix the computer, but I'll tell them, you know, even if I fix this thing, it's 8 years old. Something else is going to die sooner or later. You're better off just replacing the entire computer. Because, you know, for the money I would make, it's not worth them coming to me a month later and say, you said this thing would be good. No, it doesn't boot at all. You know, I just don't need the headache. It's not worth the trouble. If a computer's 3, 4, 5 years old, you know, rebuild it, put a new hard drive in if you need it, and everything's usually okay. I'll just flat for a full. If I'm doing a full overhaul on a computer, save their files, change the drive, rebuild it, like 120 all in, and it's done. And it's a fine line, like you said, Archie. They can get a new computer for $300 or $400, or they can have it fixed with me for $120 or so. If I charge them too much, they'll say no, and then I don't get the $150 or whatever. If I lowball myself, then I'm just hurting myself. So I found around here in this market, you know, 120 is a good number. They don't usually argue with that.
I see. It's a very tricky thing because so many people. I used to do computer maintenance and repairs before, and I'd say to them, well, okay, they come to me if the computer's fucked, and the first thing they'd say to me is, oh, don't worry, Archie, it won't take a professional like you, won't take you long at all. I'm thinking, how the fuck can you gauge how long it would take when you have no idea on how to fix it? Right? They'd say to me, hey, it'd be very quick for you. And I would say, okay, first thing we need to do is, do you want to lose your data or not? And they would say, oh, no, we're going to keep our data. I said, okay, well, we firstly have to back that up. Now, that may take 2 to 3 hours. Well, let's say 2 hours to back it up properly. Because they always wanted their emails back, too. They always wanted their emails back.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay. Then I would say, right, we need to wipe it and set it up again. And I said, that doesn't guarantee we've solved it. If something else is wrong, we still may need to do something more. Yeah.
Even if the computer runs smoothly, it takes time to install the programs. You spend a lot of time installing Windows updates, restart, install more updates, restart, install more updates. You know, if I really pushed it, I could do a computer in a day or so, but it just takes time, and there's no way to rush it.
There's no way to rush it. And when you're charging $40 an hour, they're not interested in paying it, are they?
Oh, yeah. That's why I tell them, if I'm doing a full rebuild, flat rate, you know, $120, it takes as long as it takes. And that's always worked really well for me. If I go to the house and I fix it there, you know,
oh, fuck, I hate house. You know, I remember the most insulting job I ever did years ago. I used to advertise in the local paper, and I went to this house, and this lady, it was quite an affluent area, and she said, oh, I would like you to show my 6-year-old son how you did it so that next time he can fix it. Fuck me dead. Oh, you fuck me dead, sweetie.
Hey, do it. Do it. Because he's not going to remember. Tell them something, and when they screw it up, more money for Archie, you know?
I just got so disillusioned. I thought, fuck, this industry sucks.
Yeah, people do it. You know, more money for me.
They valued my skills so little. They thought a fucking 6-year-old could do it. I mean, do you understand what I'm saying to you or not? They valued my skills so low.
Well, a 6-year-old may put in the Windows 7 disk and get it loaded. You know,
I said to her, I said, are you joking? I said, I've spent 20 years in IT, and you're asking me to show a 6-year-old? I said, you're not for real, are you? That's what I said. She got angry at me. She goes, how dare you say that about my son? And I said, honey, I've been doing this for 30 years, 20 years at the time. I said, you expect me to have this knowledge? We're going to be able to show it to if I went to the doctor and I got a sore throat and I say, oh, can you show my 5-year-old kid how to do it next time so that I don't have to come and see you? The doctor would call the fucking psych ward. The doctor would call the men in the white coats and say, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, I would do it. There have been a couple times when I would go to the house of a 16-year-old who got all the parts for a gaming computer for his birthday, and he got halfway through building it and he couldn't figure it out, and they had to call someone, you know, say, hey, I'll do it. Maybe he can load up Windows, but where's he going to go and find his wireless drivers, his chipset drivers, his Ethernet, his sound? How's he going to get his files back on the computer? How's he going to know what sequence to do things in? They don't know.
They don't value this at all. They don't value this at all, don't you think?
Yeah. Oh, they'll figure it. I say let them do it. Let them get halfway through and screw it up that he can't figure out what to do. Then call me. Then, you know, what are they going to do? Tell me no? Because I know what to do. It takes time and it takes experience, you know. You just can't do it in 10 minutes and be done with it. It doesn't work that way.
That's why the IT industry sucks. Do you understand that?
Oh, yeah, it does.
Thank you.
My last
thing on 1 minute. That was 1 minute.
Okay. WI Wisconsin guy. He just typed something and it just scrolled up off the top there. For $40 an hour for a full day, you can go out and buy a new PC. Yes, you could, but how are you going to get your old files onto it? A lot of computers today, they make them with just the bare minimum number of wires and connections inside. There's not an extra SATA cable or power connector to join your hard drive to it and get your files in. If you have a lot of files, you'll have to go back and forth with a flash drive to get them on. You want to spend a lot of time doing that? Or do you want to have someone who knows what he's doing, you know, do it once and be through with it? Okay, I'm reading the comments now. Archie's away. I guess he's getting his pizza. If anyone has any, yes, Mike Hydro Pneumatic, it is very hard to load a driver. Well, it's not hard if you know what you need and where to go look for it and get the exact driver that matches your application. You know, but not everyone knows that. I've learned through hard experience from years and years. When newer computers came out, you know, you couldn't use the same old drivers in a lot of cases. When USB 3 became a standard option on chipsets, you had to figure a way around that because Windows 7 does not have native USB 3 drivers. How are you going to get it all working?
Windows 7 doesn't have native. So say that again.
Windows 7, I was someone in the comments here. Windows 7 does not have native USB 3 drivers on the disk. So if you get a computer that has nothing but USB 3 ports in it, how are you going to load it up? Because the installation.
Well, did you know Windows 95 doesn't actually support USB at all?
It was 98 SE. 98 SE was the first one that had USB drivers in the operating system.
Yeah. And I got to tell you, people won't pay. This is the whole problem. Do you advertise your little small business doing computer repair, PC repair?
In my area, I'll put up signs along the road. I have my website.
What's your website? Plug it. Give it a plug. Come on.
timscomputerrepair.net. Although if someone here is not in the Pittsburgh area, it's not going to do them any good.
Why is that? You never know.
Well, I'm not gonna road trip to Nebraska to fix someone's computer.
No. Tim's Computer Repair. That's in you're in Georgia, is that right?
timscomputerrepair.net. TIMS. Hanoi Chondros. Yes, that is a hole in my roof. I actually made that hole in the roof when I was first getting into this building here. There was reports of a water leak up there, and that plastic.
Is that your van, Tim's Computer Repair van?
What's that?
Is that your van in Savannah?
Van? I don't understand.
You got the van, Tim's Computer Repair van.
.net. Oh no, Savannah, Georgia. No, that is a different Tim's Computer Repair. I've actually people have commented about that before. They call me. They thought it was my phone number, and the guy was in Georgia calling me. I said, well, yeah, this is a different Tim's Computer Repair.
Oh, I see. You're in, where are you? You're in Savannah?
No, I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm about 600 miles north.
Oh, that's a bit of a drive, isn't it?
Yeah.
TimsComputerRepair.net. Oh, I got it now. It's coming up.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's you with the 1990s.
Yeah.
Page. Love it.
You'll notice, Archie, look at that website. It's modeled off of the same HTML code as loudmouthtim.com.
I like it.
HTML. I took out what I didn't need. I made a left table, a right table, and I left it at that. But it's the same basic HTML framework code that loudmouthtim.com is. And we're up to 60 people watching now. So loudmouthtim.com, home of online video, the internet's longest running comedy opinion web show. I'm looking at myself on my screen above the thing. I don't know how it looks.
No. Look, you look fantastic. You're Cisco certified as well. Fuck, that's a hard exam to do.
I did the 2-part CCNA, routing and switching, and that was September 16th. I got that.
That's a hard exam. You know that? They want 90% pass rate.
That's like 85 or 82%. I mean, it's...
I never got fucking 82% in anything I ever did in my life. Fuck me dead.
I was never on the honor roll. I was a D- D student my whole life. I just didn't care. 243 Wayne 1. Hi, how you doing there? I see you. WI Watch Guy. I see you there. Mike Hydropneumatic. Yes, Tim, your narcissism is bonkers. Yeah, it is. Oh boy.
I gotta say, 14 years in home PC repair, 6 years in desktop. You cover operating systems Windows 95 to Windows 10. Do you do anything with Apple?
No, I don't. I've never done any kind of Apple work. And
what do you say when someone's got an Apple?
Well, I just tell them I don't do it, and I give them a phone number for a computer shop I know that does do it. Because I get very rarely do I get calls for Apple work, and it's just not worth me learning at all. So I just don't even deal with it. I may get 1 or 2 calls a month for anything Apple related at the most, and so I just don't even deal with it. It's all Windows PC at Tim's Computer Repair.
Are you forced to upgrade to Windows 10 from Windows 7?
Well, they certainly try to make you do that, yes, and a lot of people fall for it, and they put Windows 10 upgrades in their computer, and I'll shut that stuff down on my computer so I don't get the upgrades anymore. Well, WI Watch Guy, go on to Tesla.com and you can see it yourself. He's telling me here, Tim, show us the Tesla. Well, I can't. It's outside and it's dark right now. Because I'm like Archie, I'm 14 hours behind Archie right now this time of year. And Archie, it's wintertime over there, isn't it?
Yes.
You're in the shortest days of the year. We're in summertime here, and it's up in the 90-degree temperatures all this week here, and that's too hot for me. I don't like that. I like it around 70.
So tell me this: would you do full-time computer repair from home? That sounds like a great business idea.
I made a few bucks on it now and again, but it was never enough to live on all by itself.
What do you do when you get a lot of jobs and you're working? Do you just say no to the customers, or what do you say?
Well, I'll just have to have them, give me a call back in a few days, or I'll come out on the weekend, whenever we have time. I try to coordinate so they have time and I have time, and I don't get myself too overloaded.
Do you have any regular customers?
I have people that have called me repeatedly over the years. I might get a call 3 years later from someone whose house I was at. I never remember people's names. I know the addresses. Someone calls me, yeah, you were here 3 years ago. I have no idea who I'm talking to. But once they tell me the address, oh, I know where your house is. Okay, yeah, now I can remember it.
Do you ever have unhappy customers?
Very rarely. There's sometimes you get some woman in her 50s who doesn't know the first thing about computers and thinks she knows more than me about what's going on. I'll explain it to them, and I'll be as nice as I can about it. It's pretty rare I have someone who's really upset about it.
What I couldn't stand in the computer business was that you do a repair, say you charge $120, like you said.
Yeah.
And then they think they've got the right to ring you continually for the next 3 to 6 months.
Oh, yeah. I have a few of those.
How do you handle that?
I just kind of don't return the call, or if I recognize the number, I just won't answer it. I've got a few like that here in my local area. One $40 stop to their house and tells you to free lifetime tech support. Nah, not so much. I didn't get this knowledge for free. I had to go out of my way to find it all out on my own.
Yes, I know. But so what do you do then? Because I've had customers who fucking...
If I had too much going on in my schedule, or it was a problem I didn't want to deal with, I'll actually tell someone over the phone for a few minutes, this is what I would do. Look for this, do that, call this place, and I'll give them some information and help them for free just because I don't want to deal with the problem myself, or if I just don't have time.
And what do they say when you say, look, I'm sorry, I don't have time? How do you answer the phone if you're at a paid gig?
Well, I just say hi. I say, is this Tim for the computer work? And I say, yes. And it goes on from there.
And what if you're at a paid job? What do you say? If you're in a contract, how do you handle that?
Oh, if I get a call while I'm at work,
Mm.
I'll just talk to them on the side if I can. It depends what job I'm at. Sometimes I'll call them back later on. I'll say I'm at work right now. I'll give you a call at lunchtime, or I'll give you a call after work, and then I'll do that, and we'll talk about it afterwards.
And what happens if they say to you, "What the fuck are you doing, Tim? What do you mean by call you at lunchtime? Isn't this your full-time gig?" They ever say that to you? Have a go at you, or what?
No, I've never had that problem, really. There's been a time or two you're on the phone too much, saying, well, hey, I can't control when they're going to call me. Johnson Pettigrew, no, I wouldn't consider a blue velvet gig.
So tell me this. So you've had people at work, bosses have complained about you being on the phone too much or not?
Oh, it's been very rare. And that was years ago. If I see the phone's ringing, I'll press the button and shut the ringer off, and I'll call them back after a while. And then I can talk about it, and I'll write down what they need to know and get their address, and I'll deal with that afterwards.
I see.
In desktop support jobs I've done, one of the great things about it is you have a lot of time to yourself, and it's on your schedule for the most part. Different companies are different ways. I'm at a job right now, Archie. I'm doing a short-term contract right now. The people on this job are even more laid back and chilled out about the times they show up and leave each day than I am. And for me, I'm like, wow, really? They're leaving that early and you're still, okay, well, I'll do it, no problem. I'll get along with that.
So tell me this, the IT area there, do you see it dying out? Like I've had jobs where I've lost jobs because they've outsourced it all to India. Have you seen that happening in your industry?
I have, actually. There is a bank's data center I worked at last summer, and they advertise locally for data center techs there and engineers. And I've called someone who I know at the company, and they say, yes, those jobs are being outsourced. Now, a lot of companies outsourcing is a bad thing, but a bank outsourcing over to India, and that's okay? I don't think that's a good idea.
So what would you say? What's your advice as far as what age is a PC worth fixing? What age is it sort of fucked us?
I would say anywhere around 3 to 5 years, maybe a little bit longer. It's generally okay to fix it. If I get a computer in that's 7, 8, 10 years old, I'll just tell them, yes, I can fix it, but it could die next week. And if you want to do it, I'll do it. If not, no problem. Because
what's your view? What happens if someone comes to you and says, "Oh, okay, I got PC problems," and then you say, "Okay, where's your original discs, the CDs, like your Office, your Windows?" And they say, "Oh, I'd never had any discs. It was all loaded when I got the PC." What do you say?
I say, "Well, I have my own discs of everything, so I can load it on my own. I don't need their discs." And Mike, no, you're wrong. I'm on because I'm a supporter of the ArchieLuxury show, and he gets me a little bit of time on the show every now and again. Mike Hydra in the comments here, Archie, he's saying I'm on because Clive is gone.
He's just a cunt. Mike's just a cunt.
Mike, I've been on this show 3 times. Go back and look in the history. Over the last 6 months, I've been on 2 times. And it's nice and cool here when I get the time to talk to Archie once in a while and see everyone on the show here. And
now, I wanted to ask you this. So if they don't have software, but you can't really use your software if you suspect they've only got pirated software, can you?
Yeah, I can. I can wipe out whatever's on the hard drive, load Windows fresh, load Office, whatever they need.
But you need to say to them, I need to see your original discs, don't you? Or what? How do you know that they actually even have it?
Well, it doesn't matter. Whatever they had in the computer before is what they had before. If I'm going to rebuild the machine, I'll tell them I can load this, I can install that.
Don't you have to sell them Office? You can't just put your Office on their computer, can you?
Well, you can activate it. There's volume codes for it.
But what do you say to them? I mean, don't they need to have bought it? You can't just be giving them copies of it, can you?
Well, I'm sure you can buy a full copy if you want.
It's quite expensive, isn't it? It's like your Tesla.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is.
So what do you say then or do?
Well, it's up to them how far they want to go with it. They can just use Notepad or WordPad for a cheap version of Word. WordPad comes in Windows, and that's almost as much as what Microsoft Word has, so they can get by with that. They don't have to have
It doesn't
Office.
have spell checking, but
Well, if they type carefully and go back and proofread, they don't even need to use spell check.
But
Yeah,
I mean, what do you say? So say you get a PC and they say, I got Office on the PC. You say, okay, computer's fucked, right? You got to reload, completely back it up, and then you have to format it, set it up again. So do you say to them, I need to have your original Windows disk, or do you? How do you know whether they own a real copy or not?
Oh, I don't know. They tell me what they want to tell me. That's actually rarely been a problem.
What do you do with the Office? I need to have your Office disk. Can you please provide your copy of Office? What do you say to them?
Well, if they have their own copy, they can install it themselves.
You don't install Office?
Well, I could, but if they don't need it, I don't put it on.
So tell me this: these people have PCs. What about people who come to you with fucking? They have PCs from the 90s. They're running.
Yeah. Well, I'll just tell them, it's too old to work with here, and anything I do is not going to be supported.
Do you sell PCs yourself?
Do I what?
Do you sell equipment yourself?
Very rarely. If I might,
I'm going to get my pizza. I'll be back in 1 minute. Cover me.
Okay. Okay, everybody in the comments here. Tim's wall color is the same as Clive's. Yeah, it might be. Let's see here. No, I do not. Basic BOO, whatever that is. Tim, do I have a dog? No, I do not.
Hey guys, I just got to show you. I got a pizza in. You know that? I love my pizza. This fans bought me.
Are you on that? Are you on that pizza diet, Archie? That's the second pizza I've seen you have in the last couple of days here.
Yeah, well, it's low-fat pizza.
Oh, okay. Tim Cal here. Stephen K. Tim, most embarrassing thing you have seen on someone's computer. Okay, I'll tell you this story. I did Archie, you'll like this, the most embarrassing thing I've seen on someone's computer. I went to a house of a husband and wife in their 50s. And the husband, he was like, an overweight but somewhat active guy. And the wife, like a real quiet, just sitting in the corner kind of girl, kind of woman. And I had to save over 100 gigabytes of photos off of their hard drive because the hard drive was failing. And it was all kind of, BDSM stuff, other men with her, all kind of crazy photos of that. And her husband was in some of them too. And, I didn't go looking at every single folder. I saw a few just to make sure the files were getting copied, but there was a lot of photos on there with, a few different men and the same woman, the one who was so quiet and standing there watching me doing the computer work.
And what did they say to you?
Well, nothing there. I took the computer home. I tested everything. I told them I needed a new hard drive, got the files off the old one, copied them onto the new one, and then I give them their old computer, their old hard drive back with it too. So I'm sure, I knew the pictures were there. I'm sure they knew I knew the pictures were there, and I knew that the pictures were there. But no one said anything about it.
How kinky was it?
Oh, a whole lot of kink in there. I can use your imagination, and it was pretty well covered. Not a whole lot of like leather and chains and stuff, but this woman who was in the room with me and other men of different races and things, doing all kind of crazy stuff with her. And like, okay, they knew this stuff was in the computer, and they're letting me see it here, but if their computer's...
How much did you charge them?
It was just my standard, $120 for the overhaul on the computer and $60 for a new hard drive, and that was it. I'm reading the comments here. Mike Hydro Pneumatic. This guy is so stupid he is not even aware. Who are we referring to? This guy, me or Archie or someone else or what?
No idea.
Wisconsin watch guy. Tim, you need a pizza too. No, I don't need a pizza too. I need to lose weight. Archie, you got this. I got the same problem as you. I'm trying to lose weight too. I found out what works for me, Archie. I will have small amounts of food at several times throughout the day. And if I keep the portions small, the weight will come down gradually. But my problem is I'll get down 3 or 4 or 5 pounds, and I'll start to think, okay, the weight is coming off. I can relax now and go back to my old diet. No, you can't do that because it doesn't work, and the scale goes back up. Vladimir, thank you. Stop on by loudmouthtim.com, and you can see a whole lot more of me if you're looking that much. Starchy. It says Starchy inhales a pizza. Well, Autistic Tim regales us with a story of an old lady who's into gangbanging and sodomy. Yeah. That's internet entertainment here in the 21st century.
What's the worst customers you've had?
What's the most customers?
Worst.
Oh, worst. Foreigners, I would say. I mean, some people, some have been really nice, and some of them, they just don't believe a word you said. You know, you do it wrong. You do it wrong. That's not how you do it. Okay, well, if you know so much here, you do it then. What are you calling me for if you can do it better? We're at 62 people viewing here. Oh, man. Well, that's okay, I guess, but it's not the 100 and some they had watching the 4 hours of chat last night.
So tell me, Tim.
Stephen K. That's funny.
What's the worst computer story you've got?
Worst computer story. I had gone down to a high-rise apartment complex that was, the people who lived there, were either on welfare or did not make a lot of money. And a guy needed to have his laptop rebuilt. And so I took the thing home, built it. Everything was fine. I took it back to him, and I'm starting to set the laptop up in his apartment. And he's like, you can come. I'll have my check next week. You can get your money next week. No, I'm a real cash on delivery kind of person. I took the laptop with me, and I left. And he was all freaking out. What do you mean? I'll have it next week. Good. You'll have your computer next week, too. And so he didn't try to fight me because I was about 100 pounds more than him, and I would have slammed him off the wall if he'd have tried to do something. But needless to say, a week later, I come back. He met me down by the main front door, and he was not happy. What? You knew the deal. I tell you up front what it's going to cost, what I'm charging for, and when I expect to get paid. And, I keep it simple, and I'll try to play games. And he thought he was going to go, oh, yeah, come back next week for your money. Yeah, right. How stupid do I look? Well, don't answer that, but, I'm not as dumb as I look. This is a Mike Reed. Tim, does it ever rain inside your house? No, it does not. Forbin Colossus, does Tim say the Bears? Well, I just did right there. This is here. P. Stone, call Tim 85? What? I don't know what that means. Is autistic Tim a bit touched? He talks a bit stilted. I kind of do, I guess.
So tell me this, Tim, tell me, did you ever have any women proposition you when you've done computer repairs?
No, that's never happened. In 14 years of going to people's houses, it's never been, hey, Tim, while you're fixing the computer, I got something else over here that needs fixed too. That's never happened. Much to my disappointment. I mean, I'm married now and everything, but years ago, that never happened.
Never happened, Tim.
No, it never did. How about you, Archie? Did you ever get a deal like some lady says, the computer is this much? Well, how about if I do this? Then how much is it?
No.
What?
No, never had that.
Oh, no? Yeah, you hear all these good stories online, and then it doesn't happen in real life. That sucks.
It sucks. It very much sucks.
Alien 3 reference 85. Look it up. Okay, Peastone, I'll try to do that. You ate that whole pizza. Did you eat that whole pizza? Jeez.
Woo!
You ate that whole pizza, really? Man. Oh.
So tell me this, Tim.
Yes.
As far as I've had some bad customers. Fuck me, Dad. There are some people who just shouldn't have fucking computers. I remember one customer said, there are some fucking people who shouldn't have fucking computers.
Yeah, there are a few. I have a couple of people who are teenagers who will call me with the same problem every 6 months. And then they download all kind of games in their computer and all kind of spyware. and they totally destroy the thing. Oh, yeah, it's got problems again. Okay, did you do these things? Uh-huh. Well, it's a free game. Oh, it's okay, it's free. No, it's not okay because it's free because they're putting ads on your computer. Oh, my friend at school said it was okay. Well, he's an idiot too.
Yeah. Do you remember a program called Frankie 387?
No, I don't remember that. What is that?
It was software that would emulate a mass coprocessor.
Oh. No, I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
Maybe a bit before your time. What PCs did you start dealing with?
Oh, man, my first one at home was a Dell Dimension 2100, 2001. It was a 1.1 Celeron chip with 384 megabytes of RAM and Windows XP. That was my first
Celeron.
Yeah.
Like the Pentium Celeron. They still have Pentium Celerons now, don't they?
Yeah, but this is back in the old days of single-core CPUs, and the Celeron was the cheap one of that. We're up to 79 people watching now. Thank you, people, for finally showing up. For those of you who just arrived, this is Tim from loudmouthtim.com.
Are you an AMD or an Intel man?
Well, right now, for a long time I was AMD. My current computer has an Intel in it. I'm not too really hardcore dedicated to one way or the other. I've preferred Radeon for graphics cards over NVIDIA. The latest AMD chips are a lot better than what they were in the past. AMD was, for years, AMD chips were lousy, Archie. And I could never understand, how can AMD make such great graphics cards, but they can't make a CPU worth anything? But the latest ones that come out about a year or so ago, they're a lot better now. Okay, what's this? Okay, Wisconsin watch guy. Tim, let's try this. I'm watching. Go ahead and type it there. What is it? Please type it. So, okay, because I have
plug and play. You like plug and play?
Yeah, yeah.
Plug and play. Operating system. You never did much with Windows 3.11?
No, that was before my time.
95.
Windows 95 is about the oldest I ever did anything with.
Okay.
Have I found insects like carpet beetles inside a PC case? Well, I have seen some really dirty computers inside, especially if they smoke. Dirt to the point where the fan is making a pattern in the dust. That's how clogged up the thing was. And a smoker's computer is always different than a non-smoker's computer. It's a brown, black, gooey tar inside the computer as opposed to normal dust of a normal computer. You know this, Archie.
Yes, yes, yes. I once had this guy I did computer repairs with. He took his computer. This was a corporate client. He had it out bush. And what happened is all this red dust was inside the computer. And when the humidity changed, they turned into insects.
Really?
His computer was full of these fucking insects, like cockroaches.
Yeah, it would smell weird, huh?
Yeah, yeah. But I got to tell you, what sort of processor do you think is a good PC processor now for somebody?
Well, quad-core. Well, just an average use computer, an i3 is fine. An Intel i3 or a low-end mid-range AMD. I tell people all the time now, Archie, you know, what is considered a base computer now versus the high-end computer now? The cheapest junk computer you get now is way better than what was considered a good computer 10 years ago.
Yes. Like an iPhone is basically faster than a computer that you would have started with, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. And nowadays, I don't know about over in Australia, but you know, the internet providers here, they talk about this new higher, faster speed they can give you. You don't need 150 megabits to open your email. You know, any 10 megabit line is fine for that. If you want to watch the ArchieLuxury show, maybe a 30 megabit connection. But you don't need 150 megabits or anything. And people don't know this, and they spend more money for stuff they don't need, and they'll never notice the difference on. And the cable company's laughing about it.
Tell me this,
Mike, no.
Did you want to go full-time into computer repair, PC repair business, or it's just a sideline?
Oh, it's just a side thing. I like doing the the data center work and networking stuff for companies, that stuff I enjoy doing, and I make some nice money when I'm doing that.
I like surfing at work. You know that?
Yeah, yeah.
I just tell them I'm testing the IT lines.
Yeah. Well, you can do it up to a point there, but you know, not as much as you used to because they watch it too carefully now.
Yes. So tell me this: how many PC repairs do you do a week now?
Oh, maybe 1 or 2 right now. I'm not getting a lot of calls. I didn't even advertise for about 6 months. This entire the first 6 months of the year, I was busy at the data center job I was doing. I would get home. It's late. It's dark. It's dark at 5 o'clock. It's cold outside. I don't want to drive to someone's house 20 miles away and listen to their problems. So I didn't even put up signs for about 6 months. I just started doing it again here in the last 2 weeks or so. I was making enough money there too that I didn't need to.
Yes, yes, I see what you're saying. What type of problems do you come across now? What's the most common type of problems you come across now?
Just a computer that's been used for 5 years, and you know it's got junk on it, or the files are all fragmented, or they have spyware on a computer. And it's bogging the thing down like crazy. You know, pull their files out of it, save it, wipe it out, give it a fresh start. And the computer is usually good again just from that alone. Forbin Colossus, a stock Intel CPU fan is good enough, unless you're playing games and you might want to have a little bit better cooler on the computer. I'm reading the comments. Yeah, 75 people watching. We're on for an hour. Do you know that, Archie? It's been like an hour and 6 minutes. Wow.
So tell me this: what's most common problem is the PC bogged down? Any interesting? Tell me some interesting problems you've dealt with lately.
Well, it's pretty much the same story in most computer cases there. The S&M photos on the one computer was about the weirdest one I've seen in a long time. People will...
And did they say anything about it?
No, they didn't. They didn't say nothing about it. I mean, there was just so many photos on there. There was just no hiding it. And Andrew Mark, no, I'm not living in 1998. Yeah, it's just your typical problems there. The less spyware in a computer. It hasn't been worked on in 5 years. They never made a copy of their kids' photos, and the computer won't start, so they can't get their kids' photos off. You know, as long as the hard drive runs, I can get the files off one way or another. I usually take the drive out, put it in another computer, copy and paste the files out.
Do you ever use SpinRite?
No, I haven't used that one, no.
Okay.
That's a drive testing program?
It's a defragmenting tool.
Oh, okay. Usually, if I'm going to wipe out a hard drive, I'll use active kill disk, and it'll write zeros to the entire drive, and then reformat it, and it's a totally fresh drive at that point. And
tell me this: what's the you don't do Macs?
No.
Do you do software support at all?
Not a whole lot, no. I've had people call me for jobs about that, like learn this program that one company makes. I don't want no part of that. I don't want to deal with end users any more than I absolutely have to anymore. I did desktop support for over 5 years, and I've had enough of that. I want to be more in the data center, in the networking, in the back office, where I talk to computer tech people, and the end users who don't know anything about how to even copy and paste.
Just hang on there. I'm just banning someone.
Emmett writes, this video is like watching an adult with Down syndrome talking to a street pole.
Okay, Zuckerberg, Vonenberg, you've been banned, so fuck off. You've been banned, so fuck off.
If Archie's body was a computer, what maintenance tasks would you recommend? Oh, I don't know. We gotta lose a few files there, maybe.
Reboot! We need to do a reboot! A reboot, a format, and a reboot.
Pace yourself on the pizza consumption. Did you eat that whole pizza?
It wasn't that big.
Oh, man. You gotta pay, a little bit now, a little bit later. Andrew Mark, I like Bitcoin. I've made some nice money off Bitcoin now and again. Go back and watch my previous episode with Archie. Back in the archives, I talked about Bitcoin. I showed my mining computers I have here. I'm reading the comments that Andrew Mark.
No, that's okay. So tell me this, Tim. Modern computers these days, if someone says to you, "Hey, I'm running this PC, I got problems," will you go out and evaluate for free, or what do you say? Hello, Tim, I got a problem with my computer. Do you quote them a fee to go and have a look, or what do you say?
Well, anything on the phone, I'll do it for free. I'll try to figure out over the phone what's going on. How old is the computer? Is it even worth my trouble to go there? How far away do they live? You know, what are they looking to spend? And if it's something I think can be handled pretty easily, you know, then I'll say, you know, 40 the first hour, 30 an hour after that, come out to their house and go and look at everything.
And if you're not able to fix it, is it free or you still charge them?
I'll charge a little bit, but if a computer's not running right, I won't charge them full rate.
What will you charge them?
Maybe like half, if that. It just depends how bad is the computer. Is it running what they think is good, but I think it's slow, or does it not run at all? You know, it's just not worth the hassle for an extra $20 or $40, and they think you ripped them off. You know, you get more bad publicity out of that than you do good publicity. I've had a lot of referrals from people who they tell someone else and they get a call, and that's more money. More money for me.
Okay, but tell me this. What about if they say to you, well, what happens if the power supply goes? There's no lights coming on. Will you buy a power supply for a PC, and then you could be stuck with it if it's something else?
Well, I'll go out there first, and I'll look at it. I'll take an old power supply with me, and I'll try to troubleshoot it as much as I can first before I say, this will fix it. This is the problem. This is not the problem. I've done these things, and this is what I see. And I'll let them decide ahead of time before I go committing more money to it.
I see.
Yeah.
Because you need to know when to walk away. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, if I think the computer can be fixed pretty easily, I'll do what I have to do to fix it. But if I think there's going to be a long-term or recurring problem, I'll just tell them, you know, I could fix it, but this is going to probably happen again. And
what would you say? Like if the computer's fucked, they say, well, we need to get our data off. What would you charge to get the data off?
Maybe like $50 or so. If I'm just going to pull the data off the hard drive and that's it, I'll, you know.
What happens if they're hopeless fuckers? They don't understand about external USB drives. You got to go down to your Walmart, get a USB drive, copy it over, do this, do that. They have no fucking idea. What do you charge those sort of cunts?
Well, like a flat $50 or so. If I get them an external hard drive, I'll copy their files off the thing, put them on there. I'll show them where the stuff is, and then that's it. Okay. I'll try to be as accommodating as I can without doing things for free, you know, because, you know, yeah, I want to be nice and yeah, I want to make money, but sometimes this is...
Have you ever had feelings, Jesus Christ, this computer repair gig is just a fucking waste of time? Have you ever had that feeling come up?
No, not really, because, you know, it can be a pain at times when I'm just not in the mood to do it, you know, but it's still making money, and making money is making money.
That's exactly it.
Do you do any home PC work around your area? Can you advertise? Can you put up a sign on a street post in Australia?
I'm thinking about doing some, okay, because this Google Ads isn't really paying much money to me. I can tell you that now.
You know, you'd be surprised how quick that adds up. You know, you go to someone's house, you do a little bit of work for an hour or two. That's a tank of gas in the car.
Yes.
And you have a tank of gas for what? Putting out some knowledge that you've earned over the years. Tank of gas, you're good for the week. That's the best way to fill up the car, when your money you made off of something you already knew, and your money is still in the bank.
And you got a Tesla. You got a fucking nice shiny white Tesla in the driveway. Fuck me dead.
Yeah.
You got a beautiful Tesla. It must be working out for you.
Yeah. If you guys can find my Facebook page, there's a photo of it on there.
That's amazing. You deserve it. I must admit, you're the sort of guy, and you're the sort of guy who will keep that Tesla for like 30, 40 fucking years. I know the type of person you are, Tim. That Tesla will be...
I think the longest I've had a car is 6 years. That was an old 1971 Plymouth Valiant.
But this Tesla, new. Is this your first new car, Tim?
Yeah, this is my first new car ever.
Yeah, so it should be at least 20 years out of this, don't you reckon?
Oh, I don't know. The warranty is 4 years or 50,000 miles. So we'll see how it's doing in 4 years, because if it's expensive to repair, I don't want to keep it past that. I'll trade it in and get another one.
Hey, Damien? I'm just going to... Damien,
yeah.
you're banned as well for being a cunt. You're banned, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, I saw that right there.
You're banned. Damien, you're banned for being a cunt.
Yeah. Andrew Mark, no, I cannot put my leg behind my head. It's been a long time since that. I don't think I ever could, actually. Wisconsin watch guy. For a watch, my choice would be an Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. If I ever had a watch, which I don't. But if I did, then there you go.
That's fantastic.
Has anyone in the chat looked at my website yet? Loudmouthtim.com.
Hey, I got to go to the toilet. You can keep talking, or do you want me to cut the show? You can talk, can't you?
Yeah, I'll keep on talking.
Yeah. You spruik your services. I'll be back in a minute, okay?
Okay. Mike, Hydro Pneumatic. What are you talking about? The warranty is 7 years. 7 years on what? The Tesla warranty is 4 years or 50,000 miles. Okay, time for an ad. Hi, everyone. I'm Tim from loudmouthtim.com, and you're watching the ArchieLuxury Show. Online video. See the internet's longest-running comedy opinion web series at www.loudmouthtim.com. Currently, 184 episodes, 15 years, and 3 months running. 15 years. I look back at some of my older episodes when I was, and I hate to say this, so 60, 70 pounds lighter. And I think, boy, is my face fat now. I look at myself like this. I need to lose weight. I need to lose weight bad. No, Nathan Cerna, I am not autistic. Everyday Carry, no, I don't have carpet beetles here. Taipu, yes, I know. Archie messed it up. He put in loudmouthtime.com. It's loudmouthtim.com, Tim.com. And Archie's going there to get the next pizza. Man, he snarfed up that whole pizza in what, about 10 minutes? Jeez, oh man. Okay, Tesla, yes. Azizable, yes. Teslas, they would be expensive to maintain outside the warranty. He's done. You're not Archie fat? Well, no, Sessiclude, I hate to say. I am a little on the hefty side right now. I'm 6 feet tall, and the scale is touching around 320, I hate to say. And years ago, I would have thought I've ever been this fat in my life. Look at this. Look at this. This is ridiculous. I mean, you can't see it too well in the picture, but look at this. That's not good. That is not good. Okay, Azizable, you have a 500 megabit connection in Romania? Well, good. Tim, why is Archie morbidly obese? Well, snarfing down pizzas like that is probably a little bit of it. Unfortunately, I am in the over 40 BMI index myself, I hate to say. And says here, Loudmouth Tim, do you see real estate as an investment? Yes, I do. I have a relative who has about 30 rental apartments that he rents out on Section 8, and he makes a lot of money doing it. What watch for an ex-IT worker, now YouTube celebrity? I don't know. I don't have a watch. Who would win in a sumo fight, me or Archie? I'd like to think I would, but who knows? Archie might be, some kind of, super fighter or something for all I know. He starts screaming and run me over. Oh, and a sucker horn too. Sucker horn! Okay. I'll light another match. This is the Loudmouth Tim, who all the people who didn't see it before. Your average person takes a match and lights it like this. Well, no, that's passive. Here's the aggressive way to light a match. This is how we do it. Now it's all smoking in here. Tesla warranty, Tim. Mike Hydro Pneumatic, 4 year, 50,000 miles. Tim, how soon am I appearing on the Clive Live show? I saw 1 or 2 episodes of Clive's show. I haven't asked about being on it. I don't know if he would even have me on it or not. I talk about watches, and I thought I would be on the show last night. And I sat there for I was doing other stuff on my main monitor, but 4 hours. They're just blathering on and on about watches. Rich buddy, I'm in Pittsburgh. How will Archie die? Suicide or heart attack? That's a good question. I don't know. Tayu, how did I get a hole in the ceiling? That plaster up there was actually falling loose when I got into this house, and I took it down myself. I took it down with a Sawzall, and the old black dust and dirt come out of there, and boy, did it make a mess. But at that time, this room was empty. There was no carpeting or anything. Tim, how much to have you slice off Archie's horns? I don't know. Yeah. Tim, Mike Hydrogen pneumatic. Yes, that's how you light a match. That's the loudmouth Tim way of lighting a match. Yes, pieced on your right. Last night, 4 hours. Like, oh,
hey, Timmy.
Talking about this stuff for so long. Yes, hi, Archie.
I got to tell you, the fucking thing is, I remember when PCs. You remember when PCs used to be white? Now they went black. Remember now they've gone black.
Yeah. I've been in a lot of companies where you can tell how old the computer is because it fades to that ugly yellowish beige color.
Ah, yes.
You got old computers there when you see that color. That's the old computer color. And
remember the fucking CRTs? They were fucking heavy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've had a few of those that were big and heavy and 40, 50 pounds all by themselves.
Like fucking, I've had 20-inch monitors, 20-inch, fucking huge, big, huge CRT tube in the back.
Yeah.
And tell me, I got to say to you, I'm thinking about doing a bit of computer repair work. The problem is a lot of people are just so fucking stupid. Like they don't want to pay anything. They buy a computer. They don't understand that the labor rate. That's why where I live, there aren't many computer repair people left. They've all kind of closed down.
Well, I would say I wouldn't try to push for getting every last dollar out of them. Look at it as getting a little extra money on the side for yourself. It's 30 or 40 bucks you didn't have before. That'll fill up the car. That'll get you a few pizzas.
But you don't even need gas. You don't even need gas, Tim. You're not a fucking Tesla.
Yeah, that's right. I figured out, Archie, that if I charge up the car twice a week, that would cost me about 40 bucks a month in power.
Man, that's amazing.
I don't even charge it up that much right now. Maybe
What's
once
the build quality like? What's the build quality like?
It's been very nice. I've looked all over the car. I look on the Tesla forums, and sometimes people will say there's gaps in the panels, like the door, the trunk. You can't find nothing else to nitpick about. That's first world problems right there. You got a $50,000 car. You're worried about the thing right there. Well, fix it yourself. Take the bolts loose, move it, and fix it if you know so much. Bunch of whiners in this world sometimes. Oh.
Yeah. Do you do much remote support at all for customers? Remote support where you log in and fix a problem, or you've really got to go there?
I have done that in desktop support contract jobs for companies.
I hate it. I think you're much better off to go there, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, it was okay. It was the job, and it saved me the time of going to their desk. But that was just, different companies, different programs you work with. It's good for an experience builder, but I wouldn't want to do it myself. I don't do any remote access for Tim's computer repair. I just, I'll talk to them.
Because most of the problem is the PC has shit itself because they've loaded so much spyware and crap like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, hey, in a case like that, you know how to save their files off the computer. You fix it, you're the hero. And you get $80 or $100 or whatever you charge for it, and they're going to tell other people about it, and you'll get calls from other people, and that's more money.
And Tim, I'm gonna have to let this show end now, but I got to tell you, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here. I've really enjoyed this.
Okay.
And I would love to have you on again. Okay, I'd love to have you on again. This is a great show.
Okay.
Can you please get some? Oh, okay. What I want you to do is collect some gossip for me. Okay.
Okay.
So I want more juicy IT computer stories.
Okay, we had a good computer show for once here. A little bit of a change from the usual watch talk I hear around here so much.
Yeah. Any situations of porn or swinging we are particularly interested in?
Okay. I'm surprised I haven't seen more than I have in 14 years, Archie. I mean, you would think you'd see more of this. That I look around now and again on computers. For the most part, I look at a couple folders. If I see nothing there, whatever. I just copy the files, put them back on, and get the job done and get my money and get out of it. All the people watching in the comments right now, thanks for doing the commentary here. And stop on by loudmouthtim.com and look down the list of episodes and see something you might like.
Yeah, I love you. I got to tell you, Tim, you're a great guy. I'm really proud to have you as a part of the human race.
Thank you.
And I like having you here, man. I like having you here. Come on again. We'll have you on again, okay?
Yeah, I'll do it. What are your plans for your refrigerator ads? Are you gonna take off all the old ones who don't call you anymore?
No. I just put new ones over the top of the ones who haven't paid.
Oh, okay.
No.
You need a title sequence in your shows, Archie. After the start of the show, your music. You say this ArchieLuxury show is brought to you by whoever it is. If they want to have a special ad like that.
Thank you. That's a great idea. You're actually right. You're actually right, Tim. Yeah. Tim, it's been an honor. I hope you find a good steady employment gig which you can surf and not do much work on. And guys, well, Tim, we'll have you again. I really loved it. I loved to reminisce with old IT things. And thank you so much. So I'm going to cut it now, fuckaroonies. That's the way it goes. So Tim.